Please or welcome if you're new here. I'm Linz. So I am going to be making a quick version today of sort of like an egg and veg fried rice, and I'm going to be using I keep getting this wrong when I'm doing the video, my AF 41451 UK, something along them lines. Anyway, so first off we're going to start by taking out drawer 1 and we're going to remove the crisper tray, and I'm going to get a wee bit of vegetable oil, and I'm going to put in here about 3 tablespoons, I'm going to say. So put that back in there, and I'm just going to turn it on, and I'm going to put it on max crisp, and we're just going to let that do it. Okay, so it's going to heat up. Did I press start? Start. There we go. Oh yeah, great how-to video. So we're going to come down now, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing. So to start off with quickly, I have this bag here of what is classed as a stir-fry mix. Now you could use something like that or any type of mixed vegetables at all. And I just have this tiny, it works out as about a 1 cup measure. Any vegetables whatsoever, you could even do fresh. So that's them, and all I'm going to do with them is I'm going to stick the lid on near tight, just lift it a little bit on one side, and that is going to go into the microwave now for 3 minutes. I hope you are going to be able to hear me over everything going on, but I have a jug here and I have 2 eggs, and I'm going to crack these eggs into the jug. And just give them a whisk. Love the colour of them eggs. And in with that as well, I have some light soya sauce. As I said, this is just a version I've kind of made up. And into this again, I'm going to be putting about a tablespoon. You can get the measures out if you want to, lovelies. Also, I'm going to be adding in some garlic granules. Again, not much, just a couple of sprinkles. Oh, and some black pepper. 4 twists, 3 twists, however many that was. So just give that a good whisk. And that's just going to sit aside just for a few minutes while we do the rest of it. So this here has been heating up now nicely in this bowl here. Now this is a great tip for onions, especially if they sprout before you get a chance to use them. I try to cut all my onions up and I put them into a Ziploc baggie into the freezer, and then they're just all done, so you can grab, I'd say that's the equivalent to about 1 onion, 1 medium-sized onion. So as your oil has been heating up in there, we're going to just put the onion in to start with. Let's give it a thing. Put it back in. There isn't any such time on this, so this was going, it starts on the 10 minutes at max crisp, and I'm just keeping it going. So I'd say now about 3 minutes we're going to have on this, and then we'll come back and I'll show you. So this has just come out of the microwave now. Oh, be careful because that steam's going to be hot, and it's just mainly to soften the vegetables. You can see the steam coming off them there, and to defrost them a wee bit. This here, this works best, this recipe, with pre-cooked rice. So this here is a portion of rice I had left over from doing yesterday's dinner that has been in the fridge, so it's just basmati cooked. It just seems to work better with pre-cooked rice. And what else have we got? So yeah, we're ready now to go. We have the egg, we have the vegetables and the rice. I'm just going to pop that back on there for a minute. So I'm going to stop that and clear it. We're going to have a look, hopefully you can see down in there, The onions are just starting to kind of go a bit transparent. Don't know if that's picking up. We're going to throw in this veg in there. Now this is going to make roughly enough 2 portions. Oh, we missed some. I don't want to miss anything. We're on a budget. But we're just going to mix that around so everything gets a nice coat in with that oil and the onions. Now what also you could do is, if you wanted to, you could add some spices and stuff like that. I'm just going to add a little bit more black pepper. If it was just for me, I'd be adding in some fresh chilies and stuff, but it's not. So we're trying to make it a bland one. Now I'm going to put it back into the Ninja, and I'm going to go on to Max Crisp again, and I'm going to bring that down to 5 minutes. We'll just leave it at that. So it's on its cool down now at the minute with the veg and the onions in there. I just want to say, in the other side here, I do have some of, I'll give you as a quick look, the Aldi's, I think there's 2 veg and 2 chicken and veg spring rolls. So that's what I'm going to be having with my fried rice. With them there's 4 in it, the Aldi ones, I think it was the Aldi ones, and I done it on bake for 180 15 minutes, and that's them done. But this has just finished down now. It's finished doing now. This is the vegetables and the onions. So have a look. That's quite good. Just bring yours down, and what I'm doing now is I'm adding in our sort of scrambled egg soya sauce mix. Now, you could do this in a container if you have one, lovelies, but yeah. And I'm just going to mix all that around in there. Like that. Always have a rest when you're using things like that, I think. It's going back into the air fryer now. Drawer 1, Max Crisp. And I put that on again for 5 minutes. So, are we starting? There we go. Oh, my brain. Okay, so that's had its 5 minutes now, and as you can see, it's started to brown a wee bit. So we're just going to give it a stir. Hold on, let me bring this down. I want to give it a stir. It's not going to look too particularly appetizing at the minute, don't worry. Then we're going to add in our rice. So, dump that in there. Stir it all together. I am going to add a few more splashes of soya sauce. So, I would say roughly about 2 tablespoons, maybe. Just giving it a good mix, breaking up any of them lumps of rice. Now, and we're going to bring it back up. Pop it back in, press 1, and this time I'm going to go on air fry for 180 and 5 minutes. That's it. And I just want you to have a look inside this drawer here. So they're done basically, even though it's saying they still have sort of like a minute left, but they're fine. And I'll bring you back when I'm plating up. Finished cooking now, so we're going to dish up and then we're going to have a taste test, but I'll just give you a quick look. So that's your fried rice. Just give it a wee bit of a stir with your veggies and your egg and everything good in there. So I'm going to dish up and then I'll bring you back. Now that is dished up, there we go. We're going to give it a taste test. This is just for you. I know what it tastes like. I make this quite a lot, so. Still quite hot, that. It is really, really nice, and it's a cheap dish to make. I do make it in the air fryer now all the time, but I used to make it on just sort of the top of the hob, and again, it's just a really, really quick, probably quicker on the hob actually, if I'm honest. You can add anything you want to that. You could put some meat in it, some different type of veggies. You could leave out the veggies altogether and just make it an egg fried rice. Very versatile, very cheap, very nice, and kind of healthy, I suppose. Lovelies, you're going to see me in exactly the same clothes in maybe about a week's time, depending on when you're watching. We have cupcakes. Not to be missed, that one. It was very good, very fun to make. So do consider please subscribing, thumbs up, all that jazz, and I hope to see you again very soon in my next one. And I just want to say thank you. If you've made it this far, I know that time is precious, very precious, and for you to take the time to spend it with me, watching these videos, it really, really does mean an awful lot. So take care, and I'll see you again soon.